Heritage Port at $8 to 9. Miss Martika $6 to 10. Red Riviera $6 to 7. Last drop at 5 to 5.50 on track. Sovereign Archie $11. Back to Destroy 10, and Ruby Quinn the leader 16 to 21 on a call of a very high 136%. Outing Yard preview for the feature race, the Cup today, is brought to you by Coolmore, home of champions. And here's last year's winner, that is Sylvan O'Reilly. He carried 53 kilograms to beat Macau Causeway, and Brito Marty raced outside the speed. If he can jump and do that again today, he'll be hard to beat. He's only won one race since then. That was the Horsham Showcase race when he scored a narrow but a fighting victory over She's a Gal and the informed Flaming Mo. Last time when he won the Cup, he had 3 runs on the way through. His 4th run was the winning one, and that's exactly the process this time in. A good third at the Valley over the 1,000 metres. It was a huge run. Horsham got the job done. Bendigo stayed on well at the 1,400. Last time in, when he won his last run leading into this Cup race, it was 1,400, then 2,000 metres. So they've gone a little different route with him as far as his preparation is concerned. But gee, he's going to jump. He's going to be in the first 3 or 4. He looks to be a terrific chance again in the Cup this year. Number 3, Redondo Beach. I liked his performance a couple of runs back against Bourbon Street Blues. He stayed on really well. He then went to the Terrain Cup and gave away a big start. He missed the kick that day and never got into a spot, and then they took off along the back and the back markers were left. He gave away a big start, but he kept on grounding to the line. His run was pretty good under the circumstances. How much start he gives away today will depend on his destiny of finishing in the first 3, but he certainly is rock solid in condition. He'll run the trip right out, and he's in pretty good form. Ronald John, he's a horse I've always had a bit of time for. He's a very, very genuine little galloper. He can handle all sorts of going. Probably is at his best when there's a bit of yield in the track. His last win was a Chuka off a 4-week break over the mile when he beat Unipred and Old Songs. He ran 3rd 4 runs back in the Golden Mile on dry ground behind Tester Guy and Hoodlum, 2nd in the Murtoa Cup to Bourbon Street Blues. Now, a lot of that form ties in around Bourbon Street Blues. He ran a terrific race and was only beaten under 2 lengths. Went to Caulfield and then he did nothing there. I'm not sure what happened to him on the good track. And the Bendigo last time out, he just doesn't run 2,200 metres. He stayed on well. He's got gate number 2. He's got the winkers going on today, so he'll be up there in the firing line most of the way. I think he's got a definite chance in the race. I wouldn't undermine him as being a winning prospect. Heritage Port, the next runner we're looking at, well, we know him from Tasmania as a wet tracker. He's only got 1 win on not many goes at dry ground, 7 to be on the mark. His last start performance was against Suze, who of course was well in the betting for the running of this Cup race. He didn't disgrace himself there in the St Arnaud Cup. Before that, he was safely held at Donald behind Seek the Stars. But again, he didn't have any luck and his run was pretty good. I don't think he could win the race, but he could certainly get into the first 4, but that would be the best scenario, I think, for him. Down we go to Miss Martika. I've always liked her. I thought she could make into a really good Country Cups mare. Kate Waters takes the ride here for Dad Wayne from Mount Gambier. She's a tough mare, and her form last preparation, I know she was racing and took a long time to win a maiden, but her form was really good. Don't forget she ran 4th to Sunday Adieu and also Ladies in Luck at Flemington, and was 2nd to Ruby Quinn in town one day at Moonee Valley in a 2,500 metre race. She's had about 5 runs this prep. She improved at Mortlake against Savlate and Nipshus to run 2nd, although safely held. Total Forgive run at Horsham before that when she was in the wrong part of the track. Had no chance there the way the race panned out. I don't think she's totally hopeless in the event, even though she's at a bit of a price. Down to number 7, Red Riviera for Dean Yendall. Terry Kelly prepares. This horse ran 2nd to Did We Win last time out. Chased along the fence, every chance, but it was a good, tough run. Horses had 3 runs back this preparation. 4th up last time, and he ran 3rd at Launceston before running centre of the field at Launceston in the Cup back in February. He's run 2 runs back at Wangaratta, not the right race, but gee, ran well against Ship in the Night and Googles, who's flying at the moment, Ship in the Night, and his run 2nd up was very good behind O'Cart. Obviously, he's got a hope in the race and what looks to be a pretty even Cup field. Number 8 is Last Drop for Terry and Karina O'Sullivan, coming off a 5th behind King Kalakua last time out. It was a really good run, 59 on its back, did a lot of work in the race. Good tough run behind Lord Cam to be nutted in the last stride, 2 runs back at Murtoa. Good tough galloper win in form. Claire Lindop rides today, and she'd love nothing more than to win this race. Down to Sovereign Arch, he's won 4 races, 3 have been on good, 1's been on the dead, so that's the key to him. He won the Matangatang what's it called, George? The Orangutan Cup? What's the name of the cup? Menangatang. Thank you. Thank you, George. Menangatang Cup. Beating 5 Cougars, thanks. Then was third in the Avoca Cup, just back up the road behind Escape Artist, and third in the Witchy Proof Cup. Is he up to winning against this grade of horse? Well, he's a Moonee Valley place getter on a couple of occasions. His form overall is pretty good. I wouldn't completely write him off. Again, this is a very tough race. He's got line riding from a good gate, gate number 1. That probably gives him a better chance. Had he drawn wide, I might want to take him on. Then we go down to Back to Destroy for Bruce and Jean Purcell. 5th to Pent Oscar the other day at Kyneton, backing up from the Wednesday Kyneton Cup meeting. Horse went well. His form before that very consistent. He's, in all honesty, a horse that wins out of turn. His last win was at Sandown Lakeside Betfair Park when he came with a storming run to win, but he's very hot and cold. So I'm happy enough to go around him, even though he's got Gary Murphy in the saddle. And Ruby Quinn, well, we know him. He'll jump, he'll run, he'll lead. He did that at Seymour against Count Capel on the 29th of October. And he's not completely hopeless because he can lead. If he gets a soft enough run, he's not completely hopeless. As you can see, it's a very, very tough race. But I keep coming back to Sylvan O'Reilly. He won the race last year. I think this cup's a bit weaker than it was last year. Similar preparation, except as in Journey, he's been kept to the lower distances instead of going up to the 2,000 as he did third run last preparation. But I think he's the horse to beat. Got him on top to win. For second in the race, number 4, Ronald John. I'll give you a great sight. Number 7, Red Riviera. Barry James is the trainer of Sylvan O'Reilly, and Barry, we were talking last year, but it was after the race, not before the race.
That's right, yes. We're lucky enough to win it last year. Let's hope we can do it again this year.
You got that Gold Coast tan going there, mate?
Yeah, well, we know. Thanks very much, Terry. Yeah, I think he'll go well. I suppose the same old story. Anything a bit good will beat him, but he won it last year. The field is definitely no stronger than last year. A bit of luck, he shouldn't be very far away.
Barry, he won it 4th up last preparation, but I think you went 1,400, 2,000 metres and stayed at this trip. This time you went to 1,400 metres and then to the 2,000.
Correct. Yes, well, we just changed it a little bit. I just think he races a bit better, kept it just a little bit fresh, and the 1,400 metres at Bendigo the other day kept him a little just that way. He never had a hard grind, and he went quite well. So we just hope it works that way today, you know.
Is he going as well this year as he was last year leading into the Cup?
I think he is. I can't see much difference in the horse. He ran third at Horsham last year to a good horse, and this year he's able to win that race. He ran third at the Valley. That was an excellent run. No, I think the horse is going quite okay, as long as he adjusts to the conditions here. It's a bit hard, the track, but I think he'll still run well.
He'll race in the first 4 comfortably?
I think he should either be running second or third or lead. Nothing else wants to lead. Val's instructed to do his own thing, but if he has to lead. It's quite okay, you know. Okay,
you'd love to win it again, surely.
That's certainly correct. I think you've underestimated me a little bit. I do think that you won it last year, and this is the race we actually had in mind leading up to our lead-up races to this, and so if it works out well, great.
Good luck, Barry.
Thanks, Terry.
There he is, Barry James, joining us now. Bruce Purcell's about to join us. Back to Destroy. I was just saying, Bruce, in the preview, when he's on song, he can produce a big run, but you got to pick it.
Yeah, well, let's hope it's today.
You like your chances?
I do. He's naturally the top weight's going to be very hard to beat, Sylvan O'Reilly, but he's saddled up enormous. You know, he ran at Kyneton where he had no luck, and he's saddled up enormous. I'm really happy with him. Yeah.
Was it always the intention to back him up?
No, it was not. And we were going to go to Seymour, and we decided to come here that he'd done so well. He licked out, so he just looks as bright as a button. So
will it be as per the usual, just drop behind and take a trail and then wind him up, crank the big fella up?
No.
What's he going to do, Bruce?
well, once again, he's a sort of horse that you can't go out with set plan. You've got to ride him out. He's happy. We intend to be box seated, but you know, if they go hard, he'll go back, and if they don't, he'll be box seat. And if he decides to go, you just got to go with him. That's the unfortunate part about him.
Okay, I'm glad we cleared that up because I had him going back. I thought he'd go back and try to wind up a little bit.
Yeah, that's right. No, he doesn't have to. He did, like, you know, at Kyneton he led for the last 1,200 because he just got no cover and couldn't get in. Yeah. So Sparrow had to go forward, and he rode him beautifully, but he just knocked up, you know. So.
Okay, so you think he's a chance. As long as he thinks he's a chance, you're a chance with him.
That's exactly right.
Aren't you, Bruce? There he is. Just back it. Go the Destroyer. Well, he's pretty solid in the betting here too. He's at $10, but the sporting bet market mover is certainly Sylvan O'Reilly. He would only have to run up to what he did last year, and there would be no doubt that he'd win the race. He's $4.20 into $3.50, and he's been clearly the best back. He's very similar to Bon Indy, that, you know, you'd think that he wouldn't miss the first three. You know where he's going to be in the run. He's had the same preparation. Very similar sort of process when probably doing the form for both races, that Bon Indy will be there, look the winner, go very close as he did, or win, and this should happen with Sylvan O'Reilly as well. He'll jump, he'll be there, and he'll take a power of beating, and he looked well as he moved onto the track. $4.20 into $3.50. The sporting bet market mover is number 2, Sylvan O'Reilly. Okay, another look what's happening on track. Redondo Beach 5-7, Ronald John 4-5, Heritage Port 8-15, Miss Martika 6-12, Red Riviera 6-8 back into 7, Last Drop 5-6, Sovereign Archie 11-14, back to Destroy 10, Ruby Quinn the leader 16 out to 26. So Sylvan O'Reilly will get the back of something to chase as soon as the gates opened up. He's the market mover for Sporting Bet Australia. For his call of this year's NMIT Ararat Gold Cup, here's Rick.
Good on you, Terry. Field about to move into line here. Sylvan O'Reilly, the popular elect. As you mentioned, $3.60. It's a rock-solid favourite on course. And looks like they're loading now as Sovereign Arch comes into line. The field going in for the NMIT Ararat Gold Cup now. Sylvan O'Reilly will run the popular elect. Sovereign Arch ready with Ronald John. Ruby Quinn, he'll give them something to catch for a fair while, I would presume, comes into gate 3. Sylvan O'Reilly comes up into line, gate number 4. Back to Destroyers ready, so too Redondo Beach. And the field almost ready here. Sylvan O'Reilly standing up well, the well-tried favourite in gate number 4, next door to Ruby Quinn, who'll undoubtedly give them something to catch in the run. 3:40 now for Sylvan O'Reilly, firming favourite. Heritage Port taken in riderless. Miss Martika and Red Riviera are coming up now almost in unison, and the last runner will be Last Drop, and they'll be ready to go. Race 7 of the day. First leg of the quaddie won by Sensational Toy in a gutsy effort. She fought off Bon Indy after having a duel with him all the way. Last Drop goes in. The Cup field are ready for 2009 here at Ararat. Sovereign Arch, the Menangatang Cup winner, very toey down in 1, but he jumped okay when the starter said go. Ronald John the grey out well, and Ruby Quinn in search of a forward position as they come down to greet the judge. And Last Drop, chance in the arm from a wide gate. Sylvan O'Reilly put right behind the speed by Valor in a good spot, and then back to Destroy, followed by Redondo Beach and Heritage Port. Then Miss Martika, and getting out towards the end and over on the rails was Red Riviera. Ronald John the Grey led into the back from Ruby Quinn running second. The speed's been okay. Sovereign Arch third. Fourth placing in the races. Last Drop now settling in the 1-1 from that outside alley in a good bit of riding in the early stages. Sylvan O'Reilly next is fifth, followed a length away back to Destroy, and they're going at a good clip in the Cup. 2 lengths to Redondo Beach, followed by Miss Martika, Heritage Port, and Red Riviera whipped them in. Going along the back, and Ronald John at the 1200 keeps out Ruby Quinn. Margin and neck, they're out by 4 lengths on Sovereign Arch now third. A length and a quarter to Last Drop, a neck away to Sylvan O'Reilly on the inside, and then back to Destroy, who's improving 3 wide. Redondo Beach fourth last in the run from Red Riviera, Heritage Port, and last of all was Miss Martika. Coming off the back at the 800 metre mark in the NMIT Ararat Gold Cup for 2009. It's Ronald John trying to do it all the way. He takes them behind the big screen, a half a length in advance. Now a length to Ruby Quinn, who's under some pressure. Back to Destroy around the outside of it. Sovereign Arch is about to get out from the box seat. Then Last Drop, who has to go to the outside as Ruby Quinn gives up without any fight at all. Then Sylvan O'Reilly, followed by Red Riviera, Heritage Port about to go to the outside. Redondo Beach ahead of them, staking his claim around the turn. Ronald John under siege here from Sovereign Arch, and last drop Sylvan O'Reilly hasn't got the run yet, and then Red Riviera getting into the clear. Sovereign Arch took the lead, last drop after it. Sylvan O'Reilly found daylight now for Valor, is trying to pick up the leaders. It's last drop in front though, Sovereign Arch. Sylvan O'Reilly is coming, but last drop the leader, and last drop in a masterful ride won the Ararat Cup and neck to Sylvan O'Reilly. Sovereign Arch was third and Red Riviera was fourth. Ronald John had no peace out in front, followed by Heritage Port, and then Miss Martika back to destroy Redondo Beach, failed to finish it off, and last in was Ruby Quinn.
Well, a terrific finish to the Cup and well called by Rick McIntosh. Last drop at $5.90 and $2.10. Beautiful ride. Got into the 1-1 all the way, but Sylvan O'Reilly should have won the race. Absolutely bolting before the home corner, just had nowhere to go. There was nothing he could do about it. He was waiting for the leader or the horse outside the leader to shift his ground and get the run, but it didn't happen. They stayed solid, and Ronald John had hit a brick wall. He had nowhere to go on Sylvan O'Reilly, and last drop was off and gone. Sylvan O'Reilly gets close, but not close enough, and Claire Lindop wins it with Sovereign Arch running a very cheeky race, chasing the two leaders in a good speed of the Cup, finishing back in third spot. We'll stand by for the fourth number to come up, but last drop Sylvan O'Reilly and Sovereign Arch 8, 2 and 9, and last drop for Terry and Karina O'Sullivan with their big win with Poise to Win yesterday, going on to win the race with Huey Bowman in the saddle at Flemington. They elected not to run in the bowl, electing instead to go to Flemington. They were right, and now they've been able to win this race with last drop, and it was a terrific ride by Claire Lindop. Sylvan O'Reilly was very unlucky. Terry O'Sullivan's about to join me. We'll have a chat with Terry's with connections here. No, I'm going to talk to you today, Terry. We can't have Karina on all the time, even though she's better looking than you. Listen, great ride by Claire.
Unbelievable. You know, we were originally going to go back, and then we thought there wasn't much speed in the race, and we thought that one down the bottom might have led. So we thought after watching the early races today there was no chance if we went back. So Claire fluked getting into the right spot, but she went out there with a positive attitude, and we were just going to go forward with him, so it worked out really good.
Now, it's a big 24 hours for you because Poised to Win, beautiful ride, Huey. It was a great effort. You must have been pleased that you and Karina were able to get the horse up for that and miss the China Bowl. I'm sure you would have loved to have won anyway.
Yeah, well, you know, I suppose we were trying to be greedy as well. We thought we were a chance with did we win, but
and you looked the winner on the corner for a stride.
Yeah, very hard to catch the leaders here. Well, that was one of the things that made us decide to go forward in the Cup today. So it worked out pretty well. And the other thing we fluked doing right was we were in that showcase 2,000 metre race. So we picked the Cup and picked it right.
Now, Terry, we've got a couple of beautiful young fillies here.
Two granddaughters.
Who are they?
That's Georgia and Ruby.
Hello, girls.
You're on TV, girls. Say hello, Ruby.
Hello. Grandpa trains all right, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Well done, mate. Well, what do you do now with this horse? More country cups for the taking?
Yeah, probably Ballarat will be a big step up in class, but he can stick pretty good, and he's probably still going to get in with not a lot of weight, so we might roll the dice and have a crack at the Ballarat Cup with him, Terry.
Yeah, Claire loves coming and riding in these races, and she rides stayers really well because she's patient, isn't she?
Yeah, she's patient, and she's a very strong rider too, isn't she? So, yeah, we've had a bit of luck with Claire, so we're wrapped.
And it's amazing too, the girl riders are getting a real go nowadays, isn't it? Because Claire won the Derby last year and Bart threw Michelle on, and there's been other riders that have done the same. Peter Mooney with Linda.
Yeah, true, that's true. I remember when Linda left my place and went up to Peter's in the first place, and remember Peter said to me, I don't usually use apprentices and I don't use girls, but he finished up giving her lots of rides, so it was good.
Okay, well done, Terry.
Thanks very much.
There he is, Terry O'Sullivan. He's got the whole family here today, Karina and, of course, the two granddaughters as well. So he's really tickled pink. We're going to have a chat with Claire Lindop in just a moment as she gets the saddle off. Gave the horse a beautiful ride, and being positive was the key. There's no doubt about that. As soon as the gates opened, she made her intention. She got going. Sylvan O'Reilly just had nowhere to go. He's obviously flying this horse, and he's fourth run this preparation, but you can't run over the top of them. There was nothing the rider could do. Claire's coming back. Well done, Claire.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, horse is going super. I ride a little bit for Terry and Karina when I come across the border, and really pleased for the result for the owners.
You must have been really thrilled in the turn out of the straight because you were able to get the 1-1.
Yeah, this horse hasn't had a lot of luck with his barrier draws. Got caught a bit wide at Bendigo's last start. But our aim today was to go across. I mean, the horse has been racing, winning today on the pace. As it worked out, I got a little bit of luck on the turn and got a nice run through. And when he hit the front, I knew that he was. Well, basically, I was pretty confident because he really is a tough horse and always finds a little bit more when you ask him.
How many country cups Cup winners have you had for Terry? Is this the first, or has there been a few over the years, Claire?
I won the China Bowl from him poised to win 2 years ago, but I think this is probably our first Cup together. But I've had a bit of luck with him with Dolphin Joe in the past and a few of his other good horses. So, but it's nice. These owners have been very supportive of me, so it's nice to get a good win here.
My memory serves me correctly. You had Ulio that won the last yesterday at Morfordville.
Yes, for Leon McDonald. Yeah.
That's right. I remember the race well. I thought it was completely gone on the home corner, but you were able to kick him home.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I've had a little bit of a miss. I had a week suspension and missed with the Cup, so it's nice to get back with a couple of winners.
And I was just saying to Terry too, we've seen Michelle win the Toorak, you won the Derby, Linda's riding heaps of winners around the country. The girls are really, they've gone to another level now and much respected.
You're forgetting Karina O'Sullivan, good trainer.
Well done, Claire.
Where's Terry to hear that?
Linda, and she's really happy to win the Cup. Why wouldn't she be with the O'Sullivans winning the race with Last Drop? But as I mentioned, take nothing away from the winner. It was a great ride, but the second horse, Dead Set, should have won the race, was extremely stiff. Time 2:01.04 after the running of this year's Cup. And it was a good finish to the Cup too. You like to see that, Richard, don't you?